Hi guys, welcome to another one, Marvel Future Fight. Okay, before we continue, guys, I'd just like to apologize for a few things. I have fully blown flu. This was not the case like 2 minutes ago, and then all of a sudden, what do you know? And so, if my voice sounds awkward, I am sorry about that, guys. I have the flu. Today is like the worst day ever. I mean, I'm recording on like 5% battery life on my device as well. So, yeah, let's jump right into it. So, today I am going to concentrate on the Inhumans. So, for me, I don't know. I don't know why my mind works like this, guys. Hopefully, I'm not the only one. But for some reason, I tend to think that if the opponent is placed last in the special mission, for some reason, that character will be the strongest one. You know what I mean? So I just hurry up and run to get that character to its max level as quick as I can. For that reason, my Mysterio is tier 2, my Maximus is tier 2. Do you know what I mean? So I think for Mysterio, I just like how I just like his moves, like the powers that he has. You know what I mean? He can do, I think it's his third skill, and then while doing his third skill, can move on to the fourth or the fifth skill, which I think does come in handy when, especially when you're facing a group of enemies or a group of opponents. So yeah, for me, that's the case with regards to my Mysterio. So I've seen a lot of the energy that is out there in the community. You know what I mean? So the obvious choice or the obvious competition point would be ADX, and then guys are talking about my Gene Grade being better than the next person's Gene Grade. You know what I mean? And then it got me thinking, what is the future of Future Fight? You know what I mean? So is this all there ever is going to attract us to the game? You know what I mean? Because all you get now as competitors, I didn't even know that my characters, my characters, I don't know that my characters were ranked until today, believe it or not, because I never paid attention to such things. You know what I mean? I did not spend a lot of money on the game as is, so why would I want to now go on the fast lane on the highway knowing very well that my engine is not big enough? You know what I mean? So what I would then do is just level up my characters, get them to tier 2. If I have the Uru, you know what I mean, put on the Urus. If I have the ISO 8s, put them on the obelisks and so forth. But I would never really intentionally go out to get my character ranked or against or pitted against the major players of the world. You know what I mean? Because there are some fantastic players out there, guys. So I just saw now that my Quicksilver was at like 9,000, which is terrible, I know, but like I said, that was never my goal. So for me, it seems kind of hollow. You know what I mean? This was the thing that I always complain about: game content. And I hope Netmarble, wherever they are, the geniuses that I know they are thinking of, I don't know, something innovative to keep us hooked to the game. You know what I mean? Like, they are very lazy, because I think for them, firstly, you are going to get avid Marvel fans. So 50% of your work is done. You know what I mean? You just have to make the game or the bait attractive enough for people to keep playing your game. So I honestly think they are very lazy. So I am really concerned about what the future is gonna hold. I am still pretty much excited about the game. I'm still playing it. If I was not excited enough, I would stop playing it. You know what I mean? But that original flame for the game, you know what I mean? That initial flame for the game is slowly dying away, guys. And there are a lot of other brilliant games out there. They do not compare to Marvel Future Fight by any degree, but still, you know what I mean? You end up having to escape your frustration by passing time with these other games. You know what I mean? I think in the space of a few days, I finished Dan Brown, The Da Vinci Code. This is a book that I had read a long time ago, but then I went through it again. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, I'm just finding constructive ways to kill my free time. So when it comes to the special missions, I think the only thing that everyone ever looks forward to are the hidden rewards. Right now I'm not gonna get any hidden rewards because I do not have any hidden tickets. I want 0. So yeah, that was the second stage of the Inhumans. Like I said, if I didn't mention this before, my Crystal is she's the character that I'm currently working on when it comes to the Inhumans roster. And there we go. We are about to face off against Crystal. So today I'm not playing it manually, guys. Yesterday I went through Spidey's rogues manually, but then today, like I said, I'm not at my best, to say the least. So I'll put it on Auto Plus Plus, but then I will just obviously choose the missions myself because I'm not repeating the missions over and over and over and over again. You know what I mean? Which is kind of like the culture now when it comes to that Marvel Future Fight. You know what I mean? It is so repetitive and monotonous that I don't know. So I guess then you get a sense of why then the comparisons are coming up, because those are the only things that we can hang on to when it comes to the game. You know what I mean? So obviously exciting things will be thrown into the game with the Deadpool update and the Infinity War update. So right now that the Black Panther wait is over, I guess we have to wait again for another movie. Which begs the question, is the Marvel Universe not based on comic books? Comic books that have tens and millions of versions and series and sequels and episodes. I mentioned this in the previous video, guys. I'm not going to mention it again. So lately, I don't know, when it comes to autoing missions, Wolverine is like my #1 pick, simply because of the damage that he deals. So he gets missions over very quickly. He deals with any sort of opponents or enemies very quickly, and on top of everything else, he regenerates. So I guess that's why he's like my go-to hero when it comes to playing or auto playing missions. So interesting fact that I learned, I did a video about Wolverine himself and the snare immunity that I have on him. Turns out that every single one of us in the Marvel in the not Marvel universe though, that every one of us that is playing Marvel Future Fight had that same obelisk on Wolverine, simply because of that Alliance Battle Extreme. Interesting. So yeah, man. So I guess everyone is kind of sick now when it comes to the game. People know what to expect. People know what not to do, what not to equip. So it not only is it's not hard creating content on the game. You know what I mean? What is hard is keeping that excitement going, that flame burning as bright as it was when the game initially started. Someone mentioned something very interesting, although I do not like paywall characters, but Carnage, Hyperion, and who else? These guys are major paywall characters, original paywall characters. They haven't gotten beautiful. As that Marvel brought up so many characters that they forgot about the likes of Carnage and Hyperion. It really makes you wonder. Kid Kaiju got a uniform. He's a paywall character. I think it is. No, I don't think it's Agent Venom, but a lot of the other guys are getting uniforms. But then, no uniform for Carnage. No uniform for Hyperion. it makes you wonder a milestone there. I didn't even catch what that was. So yeah, so that was what's her face. I think it is this wood girl. So yeah, that was her. So the flu is really getting bad, guys. Like, I don't know what I am doing right now recording. Like, I should not be recording, and I do apologize if it is of poor quality, guys. I promise to break out a video that is consistent videos that are worthwhile, you know what I mean? So the video is dragging on for too long. Luckily, this is the last mission. So yeah, that was it for my Inhumans special mission. I haven't really watched the series that much. I love the guy that plays No Homo, that plays Maximus, because I was a fan of his ever since Game of Thrones. I think Game of Thrones brought out brilliant actors, you know what I mean, and actresses. I mean, these guys have been afforded a lot of opportunities, and coincidentally, those opportunities are coming from the Marvel Universe. We have the girl that played Katniss Everdeen in Hunger Games. May the good universe bless her soul, and now she is obviously that girl that can transform into everyone else. Yes. And the what's this? The guy from House, is it House Targaryen? No, House Lannister, you know what I mean? He also got a role in, what do you know, in a Marvel movie. And obviously the Greyjoy, the kid that, I don't know, abused the Greyjoy offspring, he's now playing Maximus on the Inhumans series. So I don't know, it's coming together nicely. And the Game of Thrones themselves, holistically, you know what I mean, they for some reason open up so many opportunities. I know the guys that are responsible for Game of Thrones are now going to be doing the Star Wars movie. It is, I said, to be corrected, but it's either Star Wars or Star Trek, I'm not sure, but I think it's Star Wars. I'm positive it's Star Wars. So yeah, but I remember the first season, the first episode of Game of Thrones, and I was watching it, and I remember my cousins, even my friends, they were no, my guy, like, what are you watching? And look at it now, you know what I mean? It's incredible, guys. So the reason I mentioned Game of Thrones specifically is for the simple fact that even you yourself, as an up and coming player, when you start playing Marvel Future Fight, the great players that I always mention. So yeah, guys, I think that was the last stage, that was Maximus. So the great players that I always mention that you are going to see, think of them as a Game of Thrones season 8. The dragons are fully grown. One of the dragons is even a White Walker, you know what I mean? Is it a White Walker now, or is it a White Flyer? I'm not sure. And you are still that first episode, first season player, you know what I mean? You will get there. It doesn't matter how much money you decide to spend or not to spend, guys, you will get there. So that was my simple comparison. Do not stress yourself out about anything. You will definitely get there in good time, you know what I mean? So talking about Crystal, she still looks hella fine though. So guys, for the video, the Inhumans, that was it. Until next time, remember, if you have hope that I will bring out a better video, subscribe on the left, and a slightly interesting or more interesting video on the right. I do promise to bring out better videos, guys. And from me, that is it. Until next time, subscribe.